I am doing probably something that's incredibly stupid, but I am spending the day at Disney in above 35-degree heat. I am cooking, but we are doing one day in Magic Kingdom, and we're going to see how much we can get done. We brought the fast passes, the multi-fast pass, whatever it is, these Lightning Lane, that's the one. We've bought those, and those cost us $33 each, so $66. And essentially you get to pick 3 things at a time, have loaded up. And we're going to just see how much we can get done in one day at Disney. Is it worth doing? Do you need multiple days? It's hot. Let's go find out. Of course, we have to start with the first ride of the day over on the trams in the parking lot over to the transport and ticket centre. We start our day at around 10:30. We're not going for the rope drop or rushing in early. This is just when we were ready to head over. And of course, we took the monorail then from the transport and ticket centre over to Magic Kingdom itself. And it meant by around 11:05, we were into the park itself. One thing we did see was that Mickey Mouse was only 15-minute wait, so we headed into Mickey Mouse and checked that out. We got in to see him around 11:25. And after we saw the main man himself, it was time to head down Main Street USA and of course get that first look at that castle. Quick walk down Main Street and then headed over into Adventureland for our first kind of show of the day. Or is it a ride? I don't know. Either way, we headed over to the Enchanted Tiki room to check out those musical birds. Now is also a good time to say that I will be posting a lot of on-ride footage as separate videos as well, so do make sure that you are subscribed for that as well.
There across the water appears we're a bit of company.
No, me, yes. Welcome, you all.
Permit us to introduce ourselves. My name is Claude, and my loquacious cousin over here is...
I'll introduce myself if you don't mind. I need your socks up. Ready to load up. Let's give the little birdies a great big hand.
And then, of course, we're in Adventureland, so the next thing we have to do is the Jungle Cruise. This was our first Lightning Lane use of the day, so we jumped on this around 12:30.
However long we make it, we are going to start our journey here in the Amazon, where on either side we do have some beautiful butterflies. These butterflies here have a wingspan that can range anywhere between 1 foot to a whopping 12 inches, making them the rulers of the jungle. True monarchs, really. Coming up on your left-hand side here is Inspiration Falls. People do wonder, why do you call it Inspiration Falls? Well, that's because the longer you stare at that rushing, gushing water, the more it will inspire you to go. Yeah, deeper and deeper into the jungle, of course, that is. Inspired me so much just now to travel onto the Congo River.
So we had a little bit of time left before our Lightning Lane for Pirates of the Caribbean, so we headed up to Big Thunder Mountain, gave this one a go. I have to say the Paris version is definitely better. This was way too smooth to be the wildest ride in the West. I know it's recently been renovated, but yeah, could have been a little bit more rickety if you ask me. It also did start to rain while we were on this ride. There is a storm coming in. It is the afternoon. It is Orlando in the summer. It's gonna happen. Prepare to be wet. Woo! Woo! Which brought us up nicely to our Lightning Lane and time to pop onto Pirates of the Caribbean, just as the rain was really starting to kick in. So this was the excellent time to slip into a indoor dark ride. Of course, it is a dark ride. It's very difficult to film on, so yeah, not the greatest footage, but a brilliant, a classic. Absolutely have to go on it. Loved it to bits. Of course, when we came out, yeah, the storm was well and truly here. Downpours aplenty. It was pretty soaking wet. A lot of people were kind of seeking refuge in the pirates' shop. And we waited out for a little while, definitely kind of let the worst of it pass, but then decided, you know what, it's time to just push through it, get a bit wet, and by a bit I mean drenched through, and head over to Small World, because it was time to get another song stuck in our head. So after It's a Small World well and truly stuck in our heads, it was time to grab a little bit of something to eat. Of course, film it, but we did get some pizzas and chips and stuff from the restaurant next to Small World. It was still absolutely chucking it down. So once we had finished eating, we decided to run across the road and head into Mickey's PhilarMagic concert, if you like, show, which is a brilliant 3D show. Absolutely loved it. Again, one of the classics. Once this was over, the weather was starting to get a little bit better. It certainly wasn't absolutely chucking it down anymore. So we headed over to Ariel and headed under the sea for a musical adventure. Again, absolutely love this one. Brilliant ride, great animatronics, even if it's a bit weird how the story kind of just misses out a giant chunk of the story, but nonetheless, absolutely amazing ride. And again, full ride POVs, where possible, will be uploaded on the channel as well. This is where we got incredibly lucky. Just as we were leaving Ariel, we noticed that the Seven Dwarf Mine Train had just opened back up. Like literally that second had opened after the storm. And so we rushed over there. We weren't actually planning to ride this ride at all because we couldn't get a lightning lane for it. So we kind of assumed it just wasn't going to happen. But because, of course, it only just opened, there wasn't much of a queue at all. So we jumped on. And I will say, yeah, this is actually quite an exhilarating ride. It's quite almost scary. It's brilliant. Loved it a lot. And with that all said and done, it was time to head over into Tomorrowland. Still raining, lightly at this point. We were still quite wet, but at least it was warm still, so it wasn't that bad really. And of course, the first thing you've got to do when you get into Tomorrowland is head over to the PeopleMover. So we had a ride around the PeopleMover, cooled off a little bit, dried off a little bit. It was very, very nice.
Arms, feet, legs, and other appendages inside your car. And please supervise younger beings. Stay clear of the doors.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around Tomorrowland.
Greetings, intergalactic travelers. Welcome aboard the PeopleMover, presented by Enterprise. I'm Moral 5, your guide aboard this highway in the sky, the absolute best way to see Tomorrowland. And my stars, is there ever lots to see? From spacecraft to monster lands, there's really nothing like today in Tomorrowland.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizer.
At this point, it was the perfect time to grab some more food. We had some Mickey pretzels and drinks and all that sort of fun stuff. The pretzel was incredibly salty, but it was very tasty. Then we headed back out to the main square to check out the castle and just kind of soak it all in. I think there had just been the parade. We did miss the parade, but that's part of life. We were here to get as many rides in as we could. And that's when we realized that actually we could get onto Space Mountain at this point. We had a lightning lane. It was time to get over there. So we headed back into Tomorrowland and headed over to Space Mountain. So you didn't really get any footage of Space Mountain because it's dark, but it was a lot of fun. After this, we headed over to the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, which is always a great show. And there will be a full recording of this on my channel later on.
I point to this side, you folks say Mike. This side, Wazowski. Nice and loud, here we go.
Wazowski! Wazowski!
I did not point, I did not do it. One more time, Mikes. That concludes the mic check.
After the brilliant Monsters Inc. show, it was time for our lightning lane for Buzz. So we headed over and gave this one a good go. It's been recently refurbished. It's looking very nice. It's a lot of fun. Always a brilliant kind of battle between people, and I absolutely loved it. So yeah, brilliant one again. After this, we were definitely starting to feel a little tired and kind of done in. Still a bit damp, not got the full energy anymore. So yeah, we decided it was probably time to start heading out of the park. We sort of made our way towards the exit. Of course, we had to stop and do a little bit of shopping and a little bit of a looking around on Main Street first. But yeah, it was time to call it a day for us. We weren't going to make it to the fireworks, unfortunately. So one last ride on the monorail and the tram to take us back to the car. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this look at what we did in one day at Magic Kingdom. Had a lot of fun. And of course, if you are enjoying the Disney content, please do make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It's still an absolutely tiny channel, so every single subscription makes a massive difference to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.